Heyo, I'm AJ, this is Satisfactory, and here is my save 100 hours in. Well, not exactly 100 hours, but the extra time was mostly just AFK and maybe a foundation or two. No biggie. Anyway, I have started many Satisfactory worlds in the past, but I've never been able to get very far, and, I rarely complete, Space Elevator Phase 2, and I have never, gotten as far as I've gotten now and, unlocked everything from Tiers 5 and 6. But here we are, new world, new playstyle, and it clearly has paid off. Now, some of you may have noticed that there was an extra milestone or two in there, and that's because I prefer to play with some mods. Most of these mods are just QL stuff, and the ones that you may see in the hub are mainly just inventory expanders. Some of those mods might not be agreeable to some players, but I have my own reasons for using them. So this world started next to these cliffs underneath the Caterium node there. This big huge platform here is all temporary. It's just starter resources from iron plates to rotors, I think. I will delete it later on. Right now I'm just using it for extra awesome sync points. And then from there I branched out into other places, still temporary, to make some more complex resources like the modular frames and steel things. And then I also made the coal power plant over by the water, which is nice. I've been doing that ever since I started playing in the Dune starting in the Dune Desert. I've been building it in that same spot since, pretty much. After that, I moved on to making my first permanent building, at least what I thought was a permanent building. It was supposed to be to produce all of my oil stuff. Not necessarily everything, but a lot of the things that I had unlocked at the time. However, for some reason, my oil residue is not being properly dealt with. I don't know why, but it's not. I'm not sure. The pipes keep filling up, and then I run out of cans to turn in the oil residue into fuel. I don't know. Anyway, so that's gonna be teared down. I don't really like the look of it that much anyway, so I'm gonna tear it down, rebuild it, redo all the math, redo my spreadsheet, and go from there. Next, I started a fuel power plant. It's just a basic one, not turbo fuel or anything. Just simple. Convert oil into fuel, put that fuel into power plants. I think I've got two little areas, one for each node, and that's producing more than enough fuel for now. Later I'll make a super huge turbo fuel plant, but I don't need that right now, so I'm not going to worry about it yet. Next, what I started working on is my main base, or what's going to be my main base once it's done. Obviously it's not finished right now. I started working on the storage room first, and I think it turned out pretty nice. I like the look of it. And then, so I just made sure that was plenty high up enough. And then after that, I figured out a couple layers below, because I want to have the storage room and then a little layer for all the logistics of the storage room. And then below that is going to be the train station hub. And then I started working on the front of the base. I think it's looking really nice so far. I tried to use some, this is the biggest, coolest thing, one of the biggest buildings I've done so far in this game in its entirety. A lot of the worlds I played before were before Update 5, and then I kind of took a short break from the game and then came back after Update 5. So, I'm still not the best at designing cool stuff, but I think it turned out really cool. I like how I used the screens and stuff. I just used them in as many spots as possible and tried to add as much depth as possible. I think it turned out great. I kind of have maybe a general, somewhat idea of how I want to continue it, but a lot of that first bit was just kind of freeform. And I actually just started with the right side, and I was going to do something non-symmetrical on the left side, something completely different. But I thought that would probably look really cool if it was symmetrical on the left side. And maybe I'll do an asymmetrical thing up on the higher levels or something. Anyway, so after that, I started working on a building to produce basic resources. These 10 items in specific. I think it turned out looking pretty nice. I modeled it after a building, which I found after spending some time searching the interwebs for some Brutalist style-ish buildings. And hopefully I can get a screenshot of that building. I really think that the Brutalist style, or Brutalist inspired architecture, is my favorite style for Satisfactory, just because of the way the foundations are, and your main materials are concrete and stuff, and mostly kind of square buildables that you have, or rectangular buildables that you have. So I think it just works really well with the Brutalist. Although I have seen some pretty awesome looking stuff that's not at all Brutalist style from like other very talented people. So that pretty much catches you up. Another thing I forgot. I did start to make like a train station before I built the main base, but I destroyed that as I didn't like it, nor really know what I was doing with trains yet. I kind of know a bit more now. I watched a cool video. Oh, and that little hole like in the front of the base right underneath where the hub is, that's going to be, ideally, that's going to be where trains come out of. If I can get a good support system that looks cool and doesn't like obstruct the rest of the base too much, I think it would be really cool to have the trains going in and out of there. Okay, that should be everything. There we have it for my first 100 hours of my Satisfactory save. I'll for sure do another video once I hit 200 hours, and if someone who somehow managed to make it this far into the video requests that I do some more content on Satisfactory more often, I'll try my best to do that. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is AJ signing off, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.